Oh, what's up, guys? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we will be looking at exercise 65 of our Python exercise tutorial series. Without any further ado, let's get to it. Exercise 65. While generating a password by selecting random characters generally gives a relatively secure password, it also generally gives a password that is difficult to memorize. As an alternative, some systems construct a password by taking two English words and concatenating them. While this password isn't as secure, it is much easier to memorize. Write a program that reads a file containing a list of words, randomly selects two of them, and concatenates them to produce a new password. When producing the password, ensure that the total length is between 8 and 10 characters and that each word used is at least 3 letters long. Capitalize each word in the password so that the user can easily see where one word ends and the next one begins. Display the password for the user. Okay, guys, so that's that. Now, I should mention this exercise is a little, in inverted commas, easier than the previous one we looked at. Essentially, we are generating a password, and the password is going to be made up of words which are going to be read from a file, a text file. So you'll see here I have this text file that's pretty small. It's about 602 lines. So 602 unique words. Okay. I won't post this in the description because it's easy to get. And plus mine's not very, I would say versatile. There's most of the words here you'll see. And I'm probably wondering why it begins with B. It's because you see, you can just go online and type in the search in Google or your browser a list of all dictionary words, GitHub, and you'll see that there's a repository there that has a file that basically contains about 400,000 words or so, all in the English language. Okay, so I was pretty surprised to find that the English language has like 400,000 unique words. So anyway, that's besides the point. Just copy, words that you want. So that's what I did, right? I just copied a few of the words beginning with B, and so we'll use that. And you'll see at the end of this file I added my own, okay, my own few words. So that's fine. Anyway, first things first, from random. Now you're probably wondering, why is this the first line of code we are typing? Well, it's because for this program, the whole goal or aim is to generate random passwords, okay? And we need some sort of randomization or some sort of random technique that's going to select the word from the file. So in this case, we are faced with options. I mean, the most common one is the random module, and we can use the randrange function, okay? So that's important to know. Now, I'll proceed to set up another constant in the program. This will be, you can call yours anything you want, right? I'm calling mine word file, and it's storing the path of that text file. Okay, so do make sure to do ensure that on your side this variable is storing the path to the file on your computer. Okay, next, set up an empty list, call it words. You can call yours anything you want. File is equals to open word file in read mode. For line in file, line is equals to line dot r strip. We covered these techniques and methods in the previous video. So if length of line is greater than or equal to 3 and length of line is less than equal to 7, words dot append line. So, guys, take a moment to look at this. This is probably the only thing I need to explain for this portion of the code, right? So, they told us, right? They want us to have every password between 8 and 10 characters, okay? And they want us to make sure that every word used is at least 3 letters long. So, first things first, the first if condition is checking if that specific line or the word in that specific line is at least equal to 3 letters, and then it's also checking to see if that specific word is less than or equal to 7 characters or letters, okay? Because all in all, when you do the appropriate logic and when you think about it, it's this logic that's making sure that the maximum length every password can have is going to be um, it's going to be 10 letters or 10 characters, okay, whatever you want to call it. So that's that. And it's also making sure that the total length is between 8 to 10. Okay, so 8 is also enclosed or encompassed within this. So you'll see as we move on how we proceed to set up a condition that's going to ensure we restrict the password that's generated to between 8 and 10 characters. Okay, for now, this is important. Okay, so moving on. After working with the file, we close the file. First, so at this point, we are ready to grab the first word we are going to be receiving from the file, right? To do this, we'll have a variable or object. First is equals to words, and we'll provide an indexing. Words, rand range. So within the rand range, 0 to the length of words. It will find us one index, and then we'll grab that from our words list, okay, which is basically representing the first word. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. First dot capitalize. So this is a method or technique that can be used on a string object. Okay, so first dot capitalize, that's there. Password equals first, while length of password is less than 8, or length of password is greater than 10. Second, okay, guys, so take a moment to look at this. This is nothing major. You guys will get this at first glance. So basically, we set up an object. We're calling it first. You can call yours anything you like. So essentially, first is storing the first word that's going to be making up the password. Then we're basically doing kind of like a swap, right? We are taking password and setting it equal to first. This is kind of redundant, right? But why not? So anyway, while length of password is less than 8, that's telling us, right, if the thing that's currently being stored in the password variable, if that thing is less than 8 or it's greater than 10, we are going to have a second word that's generated and will append, or in other words, concatenate, as we'll see shortly. So second is equals to words, rand range 0 to the length of words, telling us that we are getting one index and we're getting the object or the word or the item or element that's being stored at that index, and we are setting it equal to second, which will effectively give us the second word. So second dot capitalize. So in case you are wondering why we are doing second is equals to second dot capitalize, well, strings are immutable, so we have to explicitly mention the names, right? It would be different if we said just if we just left it as second dot capitalize. the initial second word will remain unchanged. So that's that. Let's make this readable, so that's fine. Second is equals to second dot capitalize. Password is equals to first plus second. They both are strings, so this is simple string concatenation. Okay, I have a video about strings on the channel if I'm not mistaken, so you can check that out if you want. Anyway, after this while loop has finished its processing, we can print a message to the user telling them, you know, the random password generated is password. That's good. So we are ready to test this program now, guys. We finished coding this program and now it's time to test it. Essentially, when I hit the run button, what should happen is I should get one line of printout or output that says the random password generated is, and there should be two words at most that make up my password. Okay, so let's go for it. Control enter. Error, no such file or directory. I think I messed up the name of the file. uh, oh yes, I actually forgot to rename it here. So it's samplefile.txt, right? That's good. So now it's going to work. Okay, so that's just some output at the bottom of my script. So I'll just create another cell and clear this. But we do see, if you saw initially when we ran it, the output was showing, right? So let's do this again. The random password generated is Barato work. Okay, guys, to be honest with you, half of these words I never knew existed, so I cannot pronounce them properly. Okay, so yeah, we see another password generated is dash owl, and it is one word, so I'm probably saying it wrong. Bannock own. Okay, yep. So we see Bankman Fox, Barbola Fox, Bardeen Bao. Yeah, so to be honest with you, I probably butchered those pronunciations, but the most important thing is that the program works properly. We are essentially and effectively, we are getting a password. I don't know if you noticed, but no password was less than 8 characters and no password was greater than 10. It was either equal to 8, equal to 10, or in between. Okay, so that's a positive sign of the program working. And with that, guys, we've effectively and efficiently coded and completed exercise 65 of our Python exercise tutorial series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying till the end. Good luck with your work, and I'll see you in the next YouTube video.